Okay, class, so we're back from break and we're going to return to our direct comparison approach example. Remember, our subject property is 29 Brock Street. And what we're going to do is continue just checking, verifying your answers for comparables 3 and 5 through your class participation. You're doing great so far, so let's continue that. Okay, so for 218 Maxwell Avenue, why is this a comparable that we've chosen? Who can remind me?
Comparable 3, 218 Maxwell is the same square footage and very close to the subject property.
Perfect. Okay, so let's look at some of the adjustments we've made. So I can see in your collaborative document, yes, you did get the correct lot size adjustment. And again, what is the value for every square foot of lot size or the front footage?
Front footage is, I can't remember.
900 a square foot. Okay, so 900 a square foot for the front footage of the property. So then how would you determine how much that is worth for Maxwell?
You calculate the square footages of the lots and then subtract or multiply the difference by. Sorry, actually no. For the frontage, there's 4 feet different.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be 4 feet times $900.
Perfect. Amazing. So I just wanted to go over some of the intermediate steps of how we got to the final answer. So that's excellent. As you can see, total square footage of the actual property itself is exactly the same, so no adjustments to be made there. The garage is the same, one car, and the fireplace also did not have a fireplace, so again, barely any adjustments to be made. Okay. Also, the fact that it's also a back split, it's comparable to the other ones. They're both back splits and side splits. And we see that the total adjusted sales price based on this is $353,900. Now let's move on to comparable 5, 128 Maple Lane. Okay, again, very close to the subject property, and it sold only 1 week ago, so it's our most recent sale. So let's look at the square footage. Is it actually fewer square feet or more square feet than our subject property?
It is fewer square feet.
Perfect. And that is why we've actually adjusted by using a plus 8,260 because we're actually adding to the value of this property because our property, 29 Brock Street, is larger. Okay. But notice that this comparable has a 2-car garage. So we actually had to subtract how much?
$10,000.
$10,000 because that's the value of an extra car in the garage. Okay. And fireplace. Yes, it did have a fireplace. Did our subject property have a fireplace?
No.
So that is why we've had to deduct or subtract $2,000. Okay, so overall, our adjustments are noted there on the slide. You can see the numbers, and the totally adjusted sales price is $352,760. So now that we've looked at the 3 comparables, who can tell me which comparable is the most similar to the subject property and why? Yes, Zachary.
Comparable 2 is the most similar to the subject property.
Which is actually comparable 3, 218 Maxwell Avenue. And why is it the most comparable?
It's a recent sale and it required the fewest adjustments.
Amazing. Perfect. Okay. So looking at it, what value would you actually arrive at? What would you tell your seller client? Maybe you're in that listing appointment trying to get the listing. What value would you tell them based on this approach that we've used?
I came up with $354,000.
Amazing. That's perfect. You wouldn't really want to give people such an exact number like $1,900, you want to add in an extra 100, so you seem like you're not taking away from the property, you're adding. You have a nice even number here to show your potential client what they could expect to get for their house. Note that this is the list price. The market will always determine the final sale price for the house.